criticism for his decision to reduce the size of two vast preservation areas, which contain some of America's most stunning scenery. The parks in Utah were designated as national monuments by Presidents Clinton and Obama. Some critics say the move could pave the way for mining and drilling. Mr. Trump was speaking in Salt Lake City, from where our correspondent James Cook sent this report.
Nothing on earth prepares you for the Valley of the Gods. It looks like another planet. But this is the heart of the Bears Ears Nature Preserve in Utah, although it seems not for much longer.
Hey, cows!
For Bruce Adams, victory is at hand.
Come on!
The rancher has been fighting to return federal lands to state control for years, and now he's found his champion.
I am just so grateful to President Trump because he's not your ordinary politician. He believes in rural people. He believes in local decision making.
Hundreds of miles north, this was the welcome for Mr. Trump in Salt Lake City, where he confirmed he was slashing the Bears Ears preservation area by 85% and cutting another protected area in half.
Some people think that the natural resources of Utah should be controlled by a small handful of very distant bureaucrats located in Washington. And guess what? They're wrong.
This rally is...
In one of the poorest counties in the country, these residents back the decision. Some see an opportunity to mine for minerals or drill for oil. Whether or not there are valuable resources under this landscape is controversial and contested, but above the ground, there are many treasures. These are hollows where the native people of this land ground their corn, perhaps 1,000 years ago, and this is where they stored that corn. But unfortunately, there's also evidence here of looting. The battle to save sacred sites like this ancient dwelling is being waged by Native Americans, who are now a minority in this mainly Mormon state.
This is a struggle since the day the white people came here. The Mormons came into this area in 1879. Since the day they came, it's been destruction, destruction, looting, looting, looting.
Some of the rock art here may date back 10,000 years or more, but it was just 12 months ago when President Obama declared this a protected area. President Trump's fans say his plan to reverse that gives power to the people. His opponents call it cultural vandalism. James Cook, BBC News, Bears Ears in Utah.
Well, joining us now from Washington is Jessica Wahl, Government Affairs Manager for Outdoor Industry Association. Jessica, thanks very much for being with us. Donald Trump there saying, as a matter of principle, control over these areas should be with local people. He's got a point there, hasn't he?
He has a point, but local people have weighed in, and we have over 3 million comments from Americans saying that they don't want any changes to these protections. 400 business executives and CEOs, both from Utah and around the country. So what we've seen is that people want these monuments to remain protected, open, and accessible to all Americans, and what the president did today is in direct conflict with that.
So what do you worry will actually happen now?
We worry about the impact to the outdoor recreation economy, which is $887 billion in America. It employs 7.6 million Americans. And in these monuments, especially Grand Staircase, there's a tried and true record of the impact to local communities and local economies. There's been 13% increase in population, 24% in job growth. The per capita and personal income has grown 32%. So we have data that this is good for the local communities and economies, and we worry about its impact to those people, those places, and the outdoor recreation that can happen there.
But those agreeing with Donald Trump here saying, well, actually, this will open up the opportunity for other economic benefits, things like ranching or other business in the area.
These places have been protected for 21 years, so there's certainty. There's business certainty for the outdoor recreation economy, the people that have built their livelihoods there. 21 years is a long time to then reverse and lose those protections. Those guides and outfitters that have trips planned for 3 or 4 years. And what it's doing, really breaking this monument apart, these monuments, taking away 2 million acres of protected public lands, is uncertainty. Uncertainty for those communities and economies, and uncertainty for the sustainable jobs that they're supporting.
Okay, and just briefly, finally, what happens next? Legal challenge?
Some are going to be part of legal challenges. OIA, our organization, is not going to be part of that, but we've already had, in the past 5 hours, 1,000 of our members reach out to Congress, touch 250 Congress members. So we think that the next thing is Congress needs to step up and say this isn't okay, and make different decisions on the monuments.
Okay, thank you. Jessica Wahl from Outdoor Industry Association.
Thank you.